Have you ever watched movies like Get Out or Swarm and wondered, could I really be hypnotized against my will? In today's video, we'll be taking a closer look at what hypnosis really is and isn't, and unraveling its interesting history. I hope you enjoy, and let's dive in. First, let's clarify what hypnosis actually is. Hypnosis is a natural, though altered state marked by intense focus, increased openness to suggestion. Imagine being so absorbed in your favorite TV show that the world around you fades away. It's similar, but deeper and more intentional. There are a few myths about hypnosis, so let's take a moment to cover some of them. The first myth is that hypnosis can make you reveal your deepest, darkest secrets. That is false. While under hypnosis, you can still lie, stay silent, or refuse to answer questions altogether. The second myth is that only weak-minded people can be hypnotized. In actuality, hypnotizability follows a bell curve, where 20 to 40% of people are either not very hypnotizable or very responsive, with everyone else falling somewhere in the middle. The third myth is that you'll forget everything about the session. That is also not true. Most people remember the entire session and can recall it like a vivid daydream. The final and most popular myth is that hypnosis is mind control. Mind control, or brainwashing, involves forcibly manipulating someone's thoughts, emotions, or actions without their consent and is completely different from the process of hypnosis. In reality, even when you're under hypnosis, you don't lose your moral compass or free will. Check out my last video on free will if you haven't already. Think of it this way. Have you ever zoned out listening to music? You were absorbed in the experience by the instrumentations or maybe the lyrics. But if someone called your name, you'd snap out of it. Just like zoning out, hypnosis involves deep focus and relaxation without losing control. This powerful yet voluntary state is why hypnosis can be used to help manage anxiety, chronic pain, and even break unhealthy habits. Later in the series, we'll explore the different types of hypnosis, their therapeutic uses, and some of their limitations. As always, I invite you to have an open mind and to form your own conclusions about the subject. Likewise, consult a medical professional before you attempt any form of therapy, and this is not medical advice or a substitute for any medical treatments. Now, let's embark on a journey throughout history to understand how modern hypnosis came to be. The early development of hypnosis can be attributed to German physician Franz Mesmer. Before earning his medical degree from the University of Vienna, Mesmer studied philosophy, theology, and law, a blend of disciplines that shaped his unusual theories. In 1766, Mesmer published his dissertation titled Physical Medical, Dissertation on the Influence of the Planets. In this dissertation, he suggested that the moon and planets could directly impact the human body and health. Though largely borrowed from English physician Richard Mead, the dissertation showed how Mesmer blended medical knowledge with mystical ideas, leading to his theory of animal magnetism. He theorized that humans and animals contained an invisible magnetic fluid that flowed through our body and sometimes became blocked. These blockages resulted in illnesses, and they could be alleviated through magnets. Mesmer gained fame and infamy with dramatic demonstrations, most notably with Maria Theresia von Paradis, a renowned blind pianist from Austria. The situation quickly became controversial as following the session, some accounts stated Maria experienced flashes of sight, while others claimed that there was little to no improvement. Word spread quickly about his sessions, and patients described strange sensations. They experienced tingling, warmth, and even fainting episodes similar to the dramatic outbursts you might associate with charismatic preachers today. The controversy surrounding Mesmer's methods grew, forcing him to flee Vienna for Paris. In Paris, Mesmer abandoned magnets altogether, relying solely on his gestures. He continued to find success and quickly amassed a cult following. Mesmeric salons, as they were called, opened around the city, implementing Mesmer's teachings and practices. Regardless, skepticism on the efficacy and scientific evidence behind animal magnetism persisted. In 1784, a royal commission appointed by King Louis XVI, featuring notable figures like Benjamin Franklin, investigated Mesmer's methods. The commissioners blindfolded subjects and played the role of magnetizers, or practitioners of animal magnetism. After successfully causing mesmeric crises in a few subjects, the commissioners also had one of Mesmer's pupils magnetize subjects behind a screen, hidden from sight. In this case, their treatment had no effect. So, what was the final verdict? The commission ruled that Mesmer's cures were primarily a result of the patient's imagination and suggestion, not an invisible magnetic fluid. Although this theory of magnetic fluid was discredited, Mesmer's dramatic methods revealed a deeper truth. The human mind itself was powerful enough to produce real, physical results. This insight endured and paved the way for a more scientific understanding of hypnosis. Enter James Braid, a Scottish surgeon in the 1840s who took an interest in Mesmer's mesmerizing techniques, but was skeptical of animal magnetism. He attended a public magnetizer show, determined to prove the technique was fraudulent. While observing, Braid noticed that the eyelids of mesmerized subjects began to quiver, close, and struggle to reopen. This eye fixation intrigued Braid, and he began extensive research and experimented on family, friends, and even himself. Eventually, he concluded that eye fixation was the key to mesmerism, not magnetic fluid. Braid initially referred to the hypnotic state as nervous sleep, but later coined the term hypnosis, borrowed from the Greek word hypnos, meaning sleep. This realization marked a turning point. Braid's work shifted hypnosis from mysticism to measurable psychology, laying the groundwork for the clinical practices we see today. In this video, we've uncovered and discussed the myths and realities of hypnosis. We've explored its colorful history, from mesmeric salons and performative shows to Braid's scientific breakthrough and clinical approach. Still, we've only just begun to scratch the surface. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the different types of hypnosis and what actually happens during a session. I hope you enjoyed the video and tune into the next installment of the series. For the question of the day, have you ever experienced hypnosis or thought you did? Let me know in the comments, and I'd love to hear what you think and whether you believe some of the myths before watching. Thank you all, and have a nice day. Bye.